Thank you all for being here. It has been a wild last couple of years. The last time that you all gathered here for this was in 2020, and who knew, right? Here we are out at the end of January thinking everything was cool, and then 2 months later, the whole world changed. So last year we were unable to do the count, and so this year, required by HUD, and it's an important thing for our community, and this Continuum and the partner agencies have committed to doing the count every year. So it was really different not to do it last year. It's important that we know who is out there. It's important that we know how many people are experiencing homelessness. It's important that the state knows how many people are experiencing homelessness here in our county. It's important that the feds know how many people are experiencing homelessness, because as long as there are people out there sleeping by canals, sleeping in their cars, sleeping in tents, then we're going to be here doing this because it is important. It's important work, it's important information, and I really want to thank you for doing this because this is not easy work. This is very hard work, and most of you are doing it day in and day out. This is not the only time that you're doing it. You are helping those in need every day. You are talking to people every day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the work that you do every day to help those that need it the most.
How many of you have done this before? How many of you have never done this before? Truthfully, I love this work. This is one of my favorite things that the FMCOC does. I think it's one of the most important things that we do. I think that in addition to, getting the numbers together to justify funding that's allocated to our community, I think the most important thing is that we see what's happening out there and we understand the conditions on the streets. And while you're out there tonight, I really want you to think about that, because we really can't do this work well unless we understand what's happening out there.
Yeah, so this is the annual point-in-time homeless count where we get out, we dispatch volunteers into the community. The first night, we do a tally count to determine how many people are out there. It's a visual count of folks experiencing homelessness. And then on the second night and the third day, which is today, we do surveys to get demographic information from folks experiencing homelessness. We do this every year. We didn't do it last year because of the pandemic, and this year it's a little bit different due to the pandemic as well, where we weren't able to recruit community volunteers. So we relied on the agencies that are members of the Fresno Madera Continuum of Care to provide staffing for this activity. So the most important reason we do this is that as service providers, we can't provide the best quality services if we don't know what's happening on the streets and what the conditions are and what folks need. So that's the most important reason. Secondly, the state and the federal government typically allocate funds to a community based on their point-in-time count numbers. So it's a basis for how much money is allocated to help people experiencing homelessness in a community.
I think it's good because it might help out with getting housing, The more people that they survey, I figure the more it helps them to help us get housing, That's what I think.
So where did you sleep last night?
Between two little buildings, garage room.
How many months have you been homeless?
10 years.
Yeah, how many years?
A few, 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4.
I just want to get out of the cold and have a normal life. I don't know. I see a lot of my friends getting apartments and stuff like that. I'm just hoping to get in and get one of them. I think they're doing good there. A lot of my friends have got places and they're straightened up. And, the best part of it is I don't see them come around no more. And that's good. If they don't come back around looking for friends, they're trying.